StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Keenum swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception here, Rivers. Man open left side, it's Williams. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Got some real estate inside the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA! Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now Keenum throwing on second. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Keenan. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, spinning away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Caught left side. Williams. 20. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. Rivers on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
0.
2nd down, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Let's go.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, And this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One receiver left. That's Allen. Rivers now on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. From the gun, Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
22.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. From the gun, here's Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver 1st down. On 1st down, it's Keenum. And this is incomplete. So not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They toss to Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Let's go, let's go. Mary left, Mary left. Hey, go, Roger. Roger. Hey, orange.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Being chased out left. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, Keenum. He goes underneath to Freeman. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel impressed.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Rivers again. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Sit, run 80. Get out, Rock.
To throw, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Keenum looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
First down, Rivers. Completes it to Benjamin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Rivers. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Again, it's Rivers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Orange.
On third down, Rivers. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now they'll run it on the toss. A little juke. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, Keenum. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Rivers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Rivers now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. The first down throw here for Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. From the red zone now, Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. He's going to fire one deep over them into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Now Gordon on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the cross. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Rivers now. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw on third down. Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly. Rush coming, and he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This is taken around the 12. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fall.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Chargers getting set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Here you go, man.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Rivers to throw it. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Keenum. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
The 20. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Keenum. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 15. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Run 80. Yeah, rock it.
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Throwing Rivers. His throw incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his third touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. The point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Keenum. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
To throw is Rivers. Benjamin's got it. Rivers to Benjamin. Good for the Charger first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
First down, Rivers. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. A 4th touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now the try here for the point after. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, you got 3. We're going to hot. Mike 20. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Keenum going to throw. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Keenum got to have this one. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. On 1st down, Keenum throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight end.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Following the fumble recovery, Keenum. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Keenum. Buying time to his left. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Desperation time for Keenum on 4th. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Rivers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. Throwing, Rivers, fighting down past the 45. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing. So out come the Chargers. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Now Rivers. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And some space here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Flushed out right. And to the right side here, it's Allen. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Rivers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him, because oftentimes on a strip...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for the home team here, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.